why are you on the market? Is there something mentally wrong with you?
Every day, just go along dawn till sundown.
I love your store.
Ah, there's a lot of history here.
Pops, I'm Angelo Zeffirelli. Call me Zephyr. You're the one ruining the neighborhood.
I'm so tired of all this gentrify vacation crap.
You have to date the fourth guy that enters the office for 1 month.
Never mind her. Here's my number. Please. Oh.
Once in a lifetime, think of now.
So to what do I owe the pleasure? You here to steal my girlfriend again?
I didn't know you were gonna mention us to him.
I think tonight is perfect. He was thoughtful and funny.
There's a bit of an age difference.
Who cares? You'll get some moisturizer.
Something tells me he's going to be a really great kisser.
Why do you think?
Because I'm going to teach him.
I hear dating past your prime can be harrowing.
This is personal. I'm gonna take that store from you.
I think this is about revenge. How can you work for that guy?
Don't judge me.
What do you think?
They're fruits.
Is it just a coincidence that your last names are Bucci, Tucci, and Cucci?
Oh, what are you, a wise guy?
So live today.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for a Brooklyn love story streaming right now on Prime Video, all VOD platforms. I'm Kuya Peters, Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things a Brooklyn love story is Mike Moona himself, Michael Morano. Thank you, sir, for your time. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're so welcome, brother. Glad to be here, man.
Definitely. You lead this amazing cast along with the beautiful Katie McCarty. The two of you, your chemistry, it's solid. And I don't know if you heard my thoughts on it from the other guys, but just feel good. You know, there's so many other kind of projects that are out there. This is like a classic love story that has layers, though. It's just not a love story. You know, we have gentrification, we have community, family, all of these elements, and just outstanding job there, sir.
Yeah, you know, man, this movie, it is a love story in a very roundabout way, because it's not just about Mike Moona and Honey Caputo. You know, it's a love story of Brooklyn, the community, the neighborhood, you know, and also it's a very a love story between grandfather, father, and grandson. You know, there's that element. So Steve did an amazing job of putting that all together, because, you know, I mean, yes, you know, you have me and Katie on the poster, but probably just because they couldn't fit everyone else on there, because it really is a real ensemble love story there, which credit to Steve rounding that off. Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Steve Fetter, y'all. Check out my interview with Steve and the amazing Katie McCarty. But right now we have... the amazing Michael Morano. When you got the call, you know, as I'm an actor as well, you know, we're going for these roles 85% of the time. It's a no, but then we book, and it's amazing. What was it like when you read for this role, when you met Steve, or if you've worked with Steve before? My apologies. What was it like booking the role of Mike Moona?
You know, I was really excited about it, because it was such a the scene, because I didn't really know much about the whole script when I read the scene, because my scene was kind of serious, my audition scene. So I didn't know that it was the lighter rom-com that it was, you know, and because I'm the straight guy in the movie, you know. So when I got the call, I was very excited about it. And as they were, I mean, all the feedback was amazing. Between the producers, Jeff Mazzola and John, I always pronounce his name wrong. Poor John, he's going to kill me. Scacia, and love John, you know, and Morris Levy, who's, you know, so they were all excited about having me, and I was excited, and Steve, and so all this greatness is going on, and then 2 weeks went by, and I didn't hear from anyone, so I was like, all right, they found out how old I was. So I knew I said, all right, I was like, all right, they found out how old I was. And so it went like 2.5 weeks. I finally get a call from Steve. And he's like, "Hey, man, the producers are, they're a little worried, and they didn't realize that you were older." And I was like, I said, "Yeah, I said, it's all right, no big deal." I said, "Well, thanks for the, for at least, giving me the opportunity." And Bo, "No, man, no, we want you. We just rewrote the script a little bit, but we want you." And I was like, "All right, great." So, but it's, they say that they don't mention an age or anything in the movie. However, I was glad that they did that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I have a lot of respect for them. It's not like they didn't know. They had no idea. They saw that this guy looks perfect for the part and everything, but somewhere online they saw the date, and then my manager, my agent, they're all like, "You got to get that out of here. You got to get that out of there. If anybody's saying anything, age range. Me, I'm proud. I'm proud of my age. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I like, whatever it reads, it does to me that it should, excuse my language, that shit shouldn't matter, because there's so many love stories. Everybody's time is different in life now. And I love that, we're starting as a society to appreciate that more often. But, it just, come on, right?
Yeah. So what they did was they said, "Steve, you're in LA. Before you come, go meet with them." So Steve met with me at this little deli or a little coffee shop. And, Steve's got a thing about coffee and muffins. So we sat down, we had a coffee and muffin, like all his business deals are made over coffee and muffin. If you can get through a coffee and muffin with Steve, you're in. So and Steve was like, "You're the guy. That's it. I'm sitting right here 2 feet from you, man. You're the guy. You look exactly like you do on screen." And so I said, "All right, great." So that was great. And all they wanted me to do is do a Zoom with Katie and read with Katie and check chemistry and things like that. But I'm glad that they were, open to having him a few years older. And they really never would have even noticed the difference. It's just because they saw a date, Yeah.
That always grinds my gears, because
but I get it though.
You have the Zoom with Katie, and you build the chemistry there. But then now you come to New York on set. Did you at least to get some FaceTime in to just like kind of build a little bit?
Yeah. Katie, man, is very easy to fall in love with. Katie, she's just, outside of being talented actor, she can act, and she has these, her reactions in the movie are phenomenal. Her reactions there's one that she did when Gregory kneels down on the dock. Oh, I don't want to like give anything away, but there's that scene where she reacts to him. She makes me laugh every single time I see it. She's really amazing on screen. But that girl, outside of her being stunningly gorgeous, and the camera loves her no matter what angle that girl's on. She looks amazing, and whoever's standing next to her is going to look good too, because she'll just make you look good, But Katie, man, she's just a warm, genuine, kind person. I don't think there's a bone in that girl's body. She's happy all the time. Like on set, she's just, that kind of person, the kind of person you want to work with. Like, well, I'll work again with her somewhere down the line.
Love that. You can feel that energy. It reads. It comes across.
She's got that amazing, that's the kind of person she is. And that comes across the screen as well. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I want to say you give it too, sir. I remember I saw that when I was looking up about you from your Norelco days, I think it was.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So
I think I remember your face on quite a bit.
Yeah. That's funny that you went back there. All right. So I did start off in the 80s as an actor, and then right around in 90, my life changed a little bit. And make it really quick. I gave up my acting career to raise my son by myself, my son Tane, and who's doing his thing out here in LA. He's a comic, he's crushing it, But I gave it up, until he was 21, and then I came back out here to finish what I started. And I would think I was on contract with Norelco in 93. Then after I was off a contract, then I was just, I got to stay home and change diapers and do my thing, man. And that's what I did. And I don't regret 1 second of it, man. I'll never do anything as good in my life. I'll never do anything. I can win 1 million Oscars, man, and never be as good as raising that kid. And that, when I look at him, I go, yeah. So I don't know
feel
if you
that
have
as a parent. I'm a parent too. I feel that.
So you get it.
I adore that. Yeah.
He's a good young man. Yeah. So, yeah, those commercials. I've done quite a few commercials, man, back then in the day. And God, shit, I don't know, 20.
Hey, you're a good looking guy, man. I don't know if you heard, like when I said Katie, they're like, Katie, you look good, but look at my man Michael Morano over here too. You just
thank you.
Good looking people. We love to see it.
Olive oil, a lot of olive oil.
There we go. So in regards to the film, so we're on set, we're in production. Any memories from the set and of New York? I don't remember if you're from New York as well, or you're a transplant because you moved to LA. But
yeah, I'm from New York. Yeah.
What was that like, and how the city is also a character? Brooklyn is a character in the film beyond just your beautiful cast.
It is, yes, it really is. And who really explained a lot to me about Brooklyn, because I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York. So I'm from an Italian, like Mount Carmel Square, Poughkeepsie, New York is an Italian section. It's like a little section of Brooklyn placed up on the Hudson, just up an hour and a half, So there's no difference between the Italian people in Brooklyn and the Italian people that I grew up with. We all say coffee and talk. We all make homemade pasta. Everyone speaks Italian. There's no difference. But Brooklyn is a, man, I loved Bay Ridge, and Dan Grimaldi really educated me on the parts of Brooklyn, and who I love, Dan Grimaldi, man. I became extremely close with Danny. He's such a good guy. And, but yeah, man, he really told me some stories about Brooklyn, and I really fell in love with Brooklyn and specifically Bay Ridge, the restaurants. And I know that they had mentioned like Positano and, I think it was Capana restaurant, but the one there's a bakery that fed us every day for lunch and dinner. They fed us, and that family, it's Panatico Bakery. It's on 3rd Avenue, I think. Yeah, 3rd Avenue. I think it's Panatico Bakery. Those people, the wife that ran it and everything, their kids work behind it. It's just real old school Italian people, and they treated us like gold, man. I mean, they brought cookies out and cannolis, little rainbow cookies. They were really, really amazing people. So that was my favorite on 3rd Avenue. But yeah, I mean, the bridges, I mean, come on, it's gorgeous there.
I love Brooklyn. This. I just, amazing film, an amazing story, but also because it highlights a city and a community. I love to build out from, this to just show that love, and what you as the actors and crew, that work on these projects, to just bring it back. If you're ever in that area, show love to the community.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Definitely. So a Brooklyn love story out again, available on demand, all VOD platforms. Again, Michael, amazing job in this. Is there other projects that we can show love to and that we can expect you in, or just maybe some socials, because you probably can't talk about certain things and we don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, because this is about Brooklyn love story and everything. But yeah, there's things coming up and stuff like that. I start work again in a couple of weeks on some other stuff, But, we were very lucky to get, and I thank Steve for that. I mean, Steve roped in Michael Rispoli, thank God Michael came in, man. He was hanging out with us for a day, and Vincent Pastori, you got Anthony Mangano and Joseph D'Onofrio. I mean, these guys who've been around a while, and to put them in there as the comedy relief, and they just nailed it and crushed it, So, and Dan Grimaldi, who's a ball buster, and I love him on set, So I really, Steve and Jeff Mazzolo and Johnny, these guys really put something really nice together. They really did. So my hat to them, and I'm so grateful and appreciative that they chose me to lead this movie, and I can't thank them enough, and also hopefully in the future we'll work together on some other projects. I love those guys. It was like a family all day long on set, man. You know,
Definitely.
I have to say one thing about Steve Fetter before I go.
Definitely.
Steve did something that I really, really appreciated because he set the pace on day one of rehearsal. He sat down when I met Dan Grimaldi and Julian Mazzola, who plays my son for the first time, who was amazing in the movie. We met for the first time and we have our scripts, we're ready to rehearse. And Steve just said, hey, you know what, man? Lose the scripts, he said. I want you guys to sit here and each one of you tell a story about yourself. And that's all I want you to do. Take as much time as you want, hang out an hour or two, whatever it is. But I want you each to tell a story about yourself because we're playing, you know, grandfather, father, and grandson here. We're all, you know, so we have to be 3 generations. And I'll tell you, it was the smartest thing that Steve did because we did that literally. All 3 of us shed tears in our story, and we literally became, you know, father, son, grandson, and that set the whole pace for the movie for us 3 and that vibe. That was Steve that did that. I was impressed that he did that, and that was right out of the gate. So, you know,
shout out to Steve. Yeah, I adore that energy. As artists, we're empaths. You know, it's an energy exchange. You know, like that's why I'm an actor, filmmaker, and I know the struggles that we do as creatives to get our stories out there. And that's why I dived into this critic thing, because if I'm not working on a set, I want to show love to my industry. My brothers and sisters out there like yourself. It's a lot of hard work, and when you get that energy exchange, it's everything, and that's beautiful. So shout out to Steve. I agree with you.
Breaking up a little, buddy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy, but we're still going through. It's solid. So all right, it's just beautiful, Steve. I mean, it's beautiful, Michael. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. When you have your next project, please come back through. I would love to give you some virtual flowers and support you, because again, this is a community, and I just adore what we do. And you're amazing in a Brooklyn love story, sir. And
thank you, bro.
Congratulations on this project.
Thank you so much, Patrick. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time.
Definitely. Everybody, before we lose signal's been kind of cutting in there, but we're still going. It's hard charging. I'll fix it up in the edit. But that is the amazing Michael Morano. Thank you so much, sir. AKA Mike Moona. Go check him out. A Brooklyn Love Story, Prime Video, all VOD platforms. It's out there right now. I'm gonna have links in the description below. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds World. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, there you go. There's a cut. Recording, and I'm gonna count us in. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.